Hey, welcome back. Tradecraft Trading. Want to show you one trade. I only took one trade today, and I'll show you a few other stocks that were interesting to me. I didn't get into them, but for new day traders, and that's really what I'm trying to do here for people that are trying to get into day trading. For new day traders, these would have been, something that would be you'd be looking for because they'd be low risk, and you could kind of get used to trading, get used to managing trades with these kind of trades that wouldn't knock you out so quickly if once you got into them. So I'll show you that a little bit later. But the first trade I want to show you is this CUTR. Let's see. Oh no, that's mass. Why is that showing up? Here we go. So I got into this as a short. You can see I got in right about here. I had to buy it twice because it blew through my limit, and then I adjusted it, so I actually made two buys. So I kind of scaled in right here, and the reason I scaled in here is if you watch what happened here on the here's the daily candles. So yesterday was a big drop, right? Dropped down a lot yesterday, a big red bar, and then it kind of gapped up today. So if you're looking at, you see how it started up here, this first candle, it started way up high, but then it dropped, and then kind of rocked around. So I was watching this because how it was behaving around VWAP, and this is, if you're a new day trader, VWAP is just crucial. You have to, any kind of day trader really, but VWAP, learn about it, make sure you have it in your charting software. VWAP is crucial. So I was watching it behave around VWAP, dropped below it early on, bounced up, went down again. So here's where I was watching. I was watching this. This is why I got into it. Here are all the signals, and you want to have multiple reasons for getting into a trade, right? You don't want to just be like, oh, that looks like a pattern, and I'll get into it. The more reason you have to get into a trade through signals, moving averages, whatever it might be, the better chance you have of being a successful trade. So right here, you can see it kind of went down and it started regressing back to VWAP. Now this tall wick right here, what does that mean? Buyers tried to bring it up, and they couldn't. Brought it back down. They tried to do that twice, and they couldn't. Still green candles, and there's volume here, but they couldn't get it done. And then what happened after? It started dropping a little bit more. That's when I took notice, because it was trying to get past VWAP, and it couldn't. So I got in here. Also, look at this whole number, right? 13. Drop below 13. So I got in at 12.95. My average buys, I think I got in at 12.90. 7 and 12.94-ish, and so it averaged out to about 12.95 with the number of shares I took. And watch what happened. So it kind of moved sideways again, another wick up, couldn't go, and then a big drop here, big relatively. So I watched it kind of move sideways, and now see this little indecision kind of doji where it's closed where it opened. So it opened this 5-minute period right where right here and around 12.95, tried to go up, couldn't, and closed there. Always look for those, especially when they're getting close to VWAP, because it means it's trying to make that move, but it's just not happening. Sellers are winning. So then it kind of dropped, and then eventually, once it got below its low right here, again, it just fell off the table, right? So I got out right here at around 12.56-ish. I think that's 12.56, 12.57. So about almost a 40-cent gain, which was great, almost half a dollar. And I was happy with that. If you took 100 shares, you made about $40. 1,000 shares, $400. So depending on what kind of size account you have, everyone's accounts are different. If you're starting out, you're going to want to make small trades. You want to just get yourself comfortable with it. And once you get a bigger account, once you become more successful and more comfortable with your trading plan, you can do bigger sizes. So just based on 100 shares, this would have been a $40 gain for a nice little $40 gain here. And then you can kind of increase your size as you get more comfortable trading. I almost took a little bit off here and held on to some, because look what happened. But I got out right here only because I had put a limit order right at my target. And what happened was kind of odd. This usually doesn't happen to me. And during this 5-minute period, it just spiked down, and it filled me, and then it kind of spiked back up again. So no matter what, I wasn't going to be able, and I put all my shares there on my sell order, or my cover order. So, I could have held on to some, because look how much more it went. Another 20 cents, I would have been over 25 cents really. So, could have done that, but you know what? It all depends on what kind of day you're looking to have. If you're just trying to, make your quota, or if you've been having a lot of success lately, you can kind of hold on to more shares and risk it and see if it's going to go, even further down, but it doesn't matter. It's a success either way. Once, to be honest, once it got past this little barrier, this 1285 barrier, I moved my stop up to here, to my entry, so that no matter what, and that's a great thing about trading, when it's moving in your favor, when you got enough of a cushion, you can kind of move your stop up, and you know that no matter what, it's not going to be a losing trade. You're going to get a little bit, or you're going to end up flat. And so that's what I did once it got around here. I could tell that it was starting to break down a little bit more. This big red candle, this volume too, almost kind of made me think that maybe it was going to bounce a little, and it only did for this one candle, but it just kept going down. So who knows what's going to happen from here on out, but I'm happy with that. That was a good trade. So one other trade I wanted to show was, yeah, so this one, so this is not too clean here, but this is another opening range breakout kind of trade that I liked. If you look on the daily, you could see that it gapped up. This was yesterday and this is today. It gapped up a little, all right, about 20 cents maybe, something like that. It's not a huge gap. But on the 15 minutes, this is my 15-minute chart. These candles each represent 15 minutes. Indecision doji to start the day. That's always a big flag for me. That's a eye opener. What that means is, see how it's a yellow? It opened right around 1435. It tried to go up, they couldn't. Tried to go down, they couldn't. So buyers and sellers could not win out, which means you usually wait for the next candle to see what direction. And it was a negative candle, but it gapped up again, so it was on its way up. So what I would have done was I usually wait until after 10 minutes in, or I'm sorry, after the 10 o'clock hour. I wait for the first 30 minutes to end. And what happened? Right away, it gapped above the opening range, which is right here. So I probably would have gotten in right around here to 1454. And look, you got VWAP to support you, so I could have put my stop maybe right around here, like 1436, 37, about 18-cent cushion. And then what would happen? Look what happened, 1454, all the way up to 15 something. So over a 50-cent gain. So that's a nice little trade if you're looking for, and you also have the 200 moving average here supporting you on the 5 minutes. So that was a nice one. And I think there was one other trade. No, I didn't like that. I knew something was happening here, a big spike. Oh yeah, I think I had it open before. Was it Mass? Nope. I think it was, oh yeah, Best Buy. So Best Buy, this is another example of, I look for stocks that do this. If you look on the yearly moving average, so it gapped up. This was another gap up, almost $1, but it broke down. You see this big long wick here. It broke down from here, 56.24 all the way down to 55.29. So almost went down $1. But look what happened once it got above VWAP. Got above, struggled, got up again. Second break is usually a big key. Once it broke the second time, and it broke above 56 level, I probably would have gotten in, maybe a 25-cent stop, all the way up to 57. So it was $1 gain. So it was a good one. So yeah, so that was it for today. Only one trade, but it was a really successful trade. So I was happy with CUTR. And that popped up on my gappers list. It was here. I'm not sure if it's in here anymore because this is a top list, so it's continually updating. But yeah, so that was a good trade. Any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll definitely answer you, and I'll see you tomorrow.